Okay. For old time's sake, we're going to try and get back into a few things. I'm all repaired up. I'm in my shiny. I'm standing in a place we all love very dearly. Let's grab the PBs. Where do I want to start? Cut the Sky. No. I was going to say, I haven't actually ran that one in a long time. Or rather, we haven't PB'd that one in a long time. Yeah, we're going to cut a Sky. Darkhold's quite dull. Wanderer's Palace, 339, he'll do. Let's go adjust the volume, as there was a concern last time that you couldn't hear in-game sounds. Right, we know the drill. Unrestrict. Wanderer's Palace. This is probably going to be a case of relearn it as we go, do it live. Okay, I had a feeling that would happen. Again. It's running as usual, I see. I'm very aware. Remember, Tonberry being the target is how this section works. Remind myself of my own knife layout. Yep, so the Tonberries die. I get 3 dashes. I might get this before they catch up to me. Yep. I will just quickly clean house. Give me your oil. Your oil. I shouldn't have popped the sprint there. I should have used that after the second one died. Oil the herd up. Give me your oil. I believe I do need to activate them all, is the gimmick. About to say, I think the skeletons here I can use. Shit. Give me oil. There we go. Now I have an oil to use on this. And we've left one behind next to the last device. Hey, battling good, didn't bother me. We got the battling box turned on. Yep, that one drops oil. Big frog, that one drops oil. $3.55. Alright, I'll run that a couple more times. But the time saves, that very last hallway, there's a particularly wonderful way you can do it. It's all about execution of orders in the right sequence. But this first area actually has the most to work on. So I'm sprinting out the gates. When you use 2 dashes, and getting back up these treasure bundles. One, lightning dash to you, regular dash to here. There should still be a tripwire line there. It's on the stairs. I think spawning those beetles is necessary. I forget. Rarely is avoiding a spawn a good thing. It messes up doors later on. In normal gameplay, it's so like statistically unlikely to happen. Dash that one. I am holding the sprint as planned. I'm actually going to hold it even more. Oh, perfect. That was. We got all 3 of them in one go. Frog. So I got Robokai. Okay. Oh yeah, a big part of Robokai was always like the zany animations with the gadgets. It's good amount left there. But anyway, this is where we're using sprint from. To get those 3 devices out of the way, now we can sprint over this bit. That's not good, because he's going to hit me. Okay, he did not interrupt, we're fine. I feel like in the past, I've left these 2 tonberries right at this door, and then kind of came back to them with a dash. Like, I've ran past them, and after I do that device at the bottom, we lightning dash back to the tonberries, who should then be chasing us. I've been forgetting to hide refresh, we'll do that now. I'm gonna say you have to stop for the oil from that one. 341. Damn, that was close. Okay, we're back in the ballpark. That was the first area was clean. The second area, we cleared all 3 packs of enemies with a single attack, which is clearly going to be critical. Oops. Messed up the sequence of actions here. Yeah, that's actually not. I messed up. I'm going to have more dashes there because I executed in the wrong order. Okay, try it again. How do I do? I got my fucking gear maintenance. We know the toll speedrunning takes on durability. We gotta kill more shit on the way through. I gotta be using Death Blossoms. I'm gonna skip that now. Apparently, no, I'm not. By doing that, I sacrificed my vote. I lost a lightning dash. That's not a worthy exchange. Gosh, awful. Very bad. Well, it is worth noting how far away you can actually press the devices from. You'd be like all the way out here if you're using the fast action button. Bonk. I'm going to try this scheme because we've got nothing to lose now. Oh yeah, this scheme has not worked because they have the lantern oil. And still, at least that meant they brought it to me so I could just do both devices. Okay, edge of the outer step, that's where we now know that distance to be. Oh. Union. Oh, 338. PB, that was with an imperfect start, so it's like the corners are doing well, I guess. Alright, we'll take that. More ideally, let's have a look at next. So what do we mess with next? Stone Vigil, Lightning Fast. Snow Cloak is of course my home. Don't think Hullbreak has changed very much. Really, I think I've got to do. Oh, I didn't see J-League redeeming stuff. Are they still redeeming? Okay, yeah. Really want to do Lost City, but at the same time I don't want to do Lost City because the speed result is entirely down to RNG. Arboretum will do that. 0250 to beat. Yeah. Look up here? Okay then. Excellent. Hang on, misfire. Very sad. I mean, is it a sad mystery dungeon where all the characters die at the end and their memories are erased forever from the minds of their friends? who go on with their normal lives, but then have a inherent sadness in the back of their mind and soul because there's something because they constantly feel like there's something important they're forgetting, but they'll never get to feel that way again. Reminder that is canonically how a Pokemon game ends. Pokepia takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where all the humans are dead. Okay, one of them. I feel like they might have done one of these before, because there was a Pokemon game where the characters drove around on, like, sand-shaped hovercrafts, and one of the kids had a robot arm. I think that was one of the Colosseum games. We take the big drop. I do like this one. Split off the back of here. Might as well do a quick hide refresh. I missed my chance for a second dash there. $254. And I think we're a little bit... I was going to say kind of messy going at the Beehive. No, the Beehive was actually really, really good. The first area, though, was a little iffy at the lily pads. We'll try it again. Quite notice about how global warming is messing with Pokemon. Wrong button. But it's become walkable there. We had a misinput. Okay, now that Kisatsu kill was obviously fast for a kill, but that was actually a bad idea because I robbed myself of movement tech by doing that. Luckily, here comes Lahi's music to save the day. Bad. Do they despawn is the question, or is this run now ruined? But they can't follow me in because it's actually like a slide transition. I think they all despawn here. Don't use sprint yet. I think it's... Yes, they do. Okay, yeah. Is everybody a key enemy? Yes. Right. We've definitely failed this one. I'm just experimenting now. So, that's a trigger line in the floor to get these two hosts to come out. Then all three of you are key enemies, or is it just the orc? It's probably all three. Probably. Yeah. Well, this does start becoming common in Heavensward Stormblood onward. Stormblood in particular loves key enemies. They vastly pivoted the design philosophy to be key enemy centric. 310 count when we went to shit. Alright, a couple more. We might be able to do this yet. Fire up the Lahi again. Okay, not everything was key enemy, so the bird wasn't. The bird can die now. I don't have any movement tech. I'm about to get all of my mudra. Double lightning you to get 2 dashes and 2 lightning dashes. Use Dokomort, spread the goo. Lost the lightning dash. Gain one here. Okay, lightning dash to honeycomb. Okay, that's good because we can avoid the enemy swarm. Wait for this to become walkable, and we're going to dash it. If I do hug the left-hand side of that slide, you do spawn closer to the door, so we should try that as well. Right, hide refresh, because everything in here is a key enemy, apparently. Hide refresh again. Tap dog kind of failed me there. Ah, 251. Okay, if we do it that good again, maybe save time coming out of the hive. Couple lucky crits like clearing the groups early on too would help. Knife. Damn it, knife. The Orchu is the key enemy. reactions because that last one survived that attack. It's also like coming by Lee. You find a note saying the road is under repair, and then obviously it's an apocalypse, you turn around, the road's ruined. Yeah. So yeah, hugging the left worked. To be honest, yeah, cycling the road feels like it's red. Everything was qualified plainly back then. I'm not getting it. That last sequence fell apart a bit on the bushes. Uno mas. Wait, oh, hold on. J. Lee. Look at this pretty area. Yep, very pretty. It's like a standing fountain full of rose petals. Alright, moving on. That worked. Okay, targeting the one on the left puts the fireball in range of 3. I'll do the same double lightning then. You dash through the S-bend. Blast them with Dokumori. Messed that one up. badly. That's probably lost it. That's cost me it. Did not have the skill off cooldown that I wanted. No, Toad, good. I was Toad. I was the Toad. But it was more that I didn't have the skill off cooldown that I wanted to knock the Queen over. So she went to the middle, so I had to take an extra action to go get her. Which has functionally cost me 2.5 seconds, both to get in there and then out again. Oh, this has got shit out of it. Yeah, we lost this. Commit, finish. I missed my chance to do a refresh there because they spawned when I wasn't planning on it. Now I refresh. Remember the Kasatsu kill? Still 253, thanks to a bit of a pullback at the end there. Alright, Queen Bee fell apart. God damn it, one more. Also, I'm aware I keep calling it beehive when it is in fact wasps. However, they're producing honey, so, game wrong. Oh, just that one was a key enemy. Good about me, good level. Well, good level name. I don't know anything about the level. Zap you, zap you, zap you. That was good. So I was quiet because we were making sure that went perfectly. We don't have any dashes ready, but we are sprinting. Aggro, 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 come here. Don't have any movement tech coming out the back of that, but that was good. Basically, we spent everything to kill everything. $249. We got another one. Let's move on. Factor continue. Ooh, I could do factor continue. At the same time, I don't know. The Stormblood one, like Shisui, maybe. Doma Castle, I got 443. I feel like we can potentially do Doma Castle faster. Although Doma Castle's long. Yeah, 443 to beat. Let's try Domer Castle and then see how much we dislike our own decision. Take America today. 2 down, Jaylee. Where the hell's Domer Castle? Should be, yeah, there it is. How does this go again? Right. Of course, at this level, they will survive fireballs. That. This is not a transition, you wade the water. It's worth pointing out, yeah, I remember the Domer Castle setup, which admittedly is one of my favourite parts of Stormfront. So this is the major capital of the nation. Well, no, capital castle, I should say, big fortress. But as the Prince points out, we don't actually need it. So, in order to take it away from the Empire, we destroy the dam, flood the whole thing, which is why it's all smashed and flooded. So now it's like, haha, now no one gets to have it, and we get to move on with the war. We acknowledge it, it's a historical symbol, but it's obsolete from a strategic perspective, so if we want to win this, we've got to let it go. Large parts of Storm go really good, but other parts of it really drag. I pressed the wrong button! Now coming up on that one hallway that everyone likes to G-pose in. Forward, that's the way forward. Bit of ninjas, yeah. What? That can't be right. 347? Yeah, okay. PP, yes. I did not, in fact, have the wrong time clocked in. Cool, so we just knocked 55 seconds off by just stumbling through that shit. Okay. Right, well, let's go again then. I can tell you what the factor probably was. We're currently in post-Dawn Trail. I don't think I've ran this since Endwalker. So the advantage of another expansion's worth of power creep. Which we will be seeing next January. Oh, let me fresh off. Satsu killing out the gates. That is unfortunate. It's good though. Save that for one of the groups. I can roll that. I've did that twice. Double fireball. Big kill. 321. Alright, let's try and sub 320 this. This now puts me in 4th. Cool, didn't expect this. Okay, report back. Please. armor crush. It's okay because Bavakra has my back. The Bavakra, but we had it lined up for a nice truck double hit, so it's fine. Sprint into here. May have used that movement too early. Never mind, we're good. That double fireball is absolutely the best play there. Messy execution at the end, I reckon. We really want to come into that, but the boss fight with a Kisatsu ready. Try that. We might mess with a few of the Stormblood dungeons here. We should revisit some things that we've neglected. Those three soldiers mean nothing. Those slasher spiders are all the key enemies. I know that was actually not a good open. I'm going to do that again. But that's good to know. I will still hit the three of them with a fireball right out the gates, and then just try and knife kill them. And then I'll set up into the spiders. Better if I go with like a high refresh. This Colossus isn't blocking anything, so I'll just bring it with me. Knife him. Oh, I got dragged. Self-inflicted drag. It's not a pull from the enemy. It's I didn't jump while I threw a knife, so I accidentally walked backwards. Yeah, sprinting straight off the back of there. Fuck. died. That wasn't too bad because we had to get through the door anyway. We died as I got to the door, so we did not actually lose time. But who died of this? Shit. That, however, lost me time. That was not good. No, that's cost me. We're at 320 already. Train wreck in the hallway there. Alright, I think we'll, I'll be happy with this. I'm excited to try some more Stormglow stuff now, though. Alamigo's obviously the big one, but we've run that one a lot. So, 321. How's the... Oof, it's long. The other castle, Kugane, is like I got 327 on last time. That was much more recent, though. Bottom's Metal we haven't done since the same time I've done my castle, but Bottom's Metal has like the unskippable section, so it's a bit less entertaining. Castrum Avania, 551 to beat. Let's see what we can do about that. Where are my splits there? I'm, however, going to need a new soundtrack. Perfect. Close that out. Going way back. Alright, see what we can do. A couple of runs to quickly relearn it and see what we're dealing with. Fireball with the job. Barely shooting on it. Oh, it turns out they are key enemies. Well, that's unfortunate. Start to road trap. There we go. is. Yep, inv is good. Refresh. Kasatsu for a bonus lightning job, that worked. Because I don't have Kasatsu now. As we fight that one boss from Crash Bandicoot. Entropy, that's it. Killer. He also looks like a JoJo character now I think about it. Is that the guy you're thinking of? Okay, we knocked a minute and 38 seconds off, so 4:12. New PB. Where's that put us in the grand scheme? Probably not that high by comparison. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm second. Second again with that. Let's go again. 4:12 to beat. Now we start getting good. Doors open. Forgot there's no rotors for that one, damn it. Right, the first one's just 4 pods. And this, there's no pods, just rotors. Dogs. lock onto him, let him do his charge, and then the fact he does a charge exposes him. That might have been a bit harder. We would have killed him in one, that's not important. It's important as we have Kasatsu for this guy. We will now politely walk over here towards the exit. So he will die now. There we go. This way. Yeah, tram line's cool. Oops. Refresh. $4.15. I think the bridge needs work, but also there's a little bit of a mess up with the pod sequence. So we'll go again. Shit. I just remember something. I gotta send the guy later. Damn, even those Legion bits are key enemies for that section. Killed two of them with the fireball. Yes. And I'll just double blast both of them. That's interesting. But in the third room, they're not as close together as those first four. Big schwack on that one. Don't sprint, do refresh. Now sprint. Alright, so the train section. So the first group on the right is just one. Look, just use a knife to kill that. I think the players try and spawn as many as they possibly can. I think these groups are functionally key enemies for the last group turning off. Yes. That's fine, because it's a case of everybody come aggro to me. Press the wrong button. I'm just doing the whole thing. Almost through the whole thing. Okay, well, I got 412 again, pulling it back. Alright. Couple more. I think we can still do better. It is 412 as opposed to 411. In-game times all counts. Alright. The revelation that's in the pod section, we can fireball the first two. Means if we go in there with no dashes, if we spend them all beforehand, we can very efficiently top them up. Oh yeah, this very first room, there's no door. So I damage them and move on. Group 1 is obviously key enemies before Group 2 spawns in the second room. Now it's just the dogs and the voters. Which, as previously planned. I mean, that does pull me to the other side of the room, but it does also kill it in one hit, and we dash to compensate anyway. I'm moving towards the door anyway, so that can just go last. Pop. Don't like how much That's the one in the middle house. So blast him, move down. Yes! 404. Maybe try and sub 4 minutes. I think we do. Sprint here because we're losing a bit of time. Might be able to fast clear that with a back right. Yep. Okay. We're back on track. Out of fresh. One fireball. Two fireball. Okay, so it's on 2 of the dogs dying, the roders spawn. Is it a specific 2 or either the 2 of 3? Any of the... Mixed it up a bit, changed the strategy again, because that gives me a dash for you. I admittedly did not use Kunai's Bane when I could have there, but we were just able to dump to him with every other move, so that's fine. Split this section. Full of Mudra. save some for a Doton field. Cool, the Colossus is the... Oh, everything died. Oh, the Colossus is basically all you have to kill in there? Okay, so I can just definitely do that again. Slow kill on Inferno, sadly. Didn't have Tenchi Jin up because I used it on the tanks. It was 410, by the way. One more, then we'll move on. Music will get out of hand again. Actually. This should be better. Kill. That to get look at the bottom means defeated there, Jay. Good work. Yes, to it being either of the dogs. Well, any of 2 out of 3. Once they die, then things open up again. Not going to use Tenchi Jin here. But I missed a hide refresh there, really. I should have refreshed. time waiting for that to die. Spend the fog, but immediately do the thing to get the power back. Just kill it with a Kunai's Bane. .401. Didn't get a sub 4, but we did get another PB. I think we'll leave that dungeon alone. That's a good PB at 401. What else we got? I did say we'll do Alamigo, although we do that kind of frequently. 48 to beat. Yeah, do Bottom's Medal just for the sake of doing it a couple times. So I got 7 minutes 19 to beat on that. Again, Bottom's Medal has an unskippable section. So it's everything you do outside of the unskippable section that dictates how fast this is going to go. There we go, accidentally blew up the slot for a second. Durability, fine. Bam, bam. Every single enemy is a key enemy in the first area. What we've learned there. Yeah, in Stormblood, they really started to double down on level key enemies. It was you will wipe the dungeon out. Garula. It's dawned on me I've actually forgotten how to do the unskippable section. Being this trial. Oh, well, I wasn't meant to look at it. stack pillar. Trials. By advancing early, he kind of awkwardly vanishes as well. And back to a regularly scheduled 14 dungeon. Featuring Boulder. Back here. Not bargainable. Oh, right, okay, I think that is actually an unavoidable feat. Yes, I must have had protect from death. Alright, 625, that's how we bottoms medal. Like I say, you're a little bit jailed with it being the unskippable trial section in the middle. It's still one of the more interesting ones. 625. Let's... I'll run Alamigo. 428 to beat. We did say we'd do it again. I didn't go before. What did I say? 428 to beat. Do. For being one of the worst story arcs, it still does have some of the cooler dungeons. slow way to do that in hindsight. Now I remember it's a bad idea to use dashes in this area because there are trigger lines to open gates. There's one. Okay, you like that, Jay. So think Doom Builder, right? There are trigger lines on the floor that make the gates open and the enemies spawn. But if I use my ninja ability to dash past them, it doesn't spawn them, and you have to awkwardly walk back and stand in the right designated place to make the dungeon play out. In normal gameplay with 4 people, that is statistically never going to happen, but it's the kind of thing we only... Yeah, because it actually can become intangible, and you don't move across the floor. You're taken from one place to the other. The dash is a teleport. See this? Orlers, the guy who exists in the story purely to be a pest for 3 cutscenes, then die in that chair like a nerd. Xenos does have Protect from Death because the second phase cannot be avoided, which we're going straight into now.
Show me your own. Yes, yes, just so. Ready to strike? Power to transcend.
Lamau. Yeah, 503 though, that was ass. So when we were running this last, the early phase and clearing the soldiers off the fences is actually the critical part, as is the crowd control in the second area with the fountain and getting past the laser fences. Basically, the bosses are a non-element because you can just dumpster them all, and Xenos is a case of dumpster, do sword dance, carry on. Fresh. Go friendly towards another bomb. Actually, that sprint might have been better saved. I've messed up anyway. Whoopsie daisy. Let's do that again. Sprint was definitely better saved, and I messed up Kasatsu anyway. Gone into the fireball, but that's right out of range. Go ahead. Monk is feasible. So Ninja is popular shield due to all the movement tech. And some things that are in the game for seemingly no reason other than to do this. So you know the dashes I'm using, Shikuchi, the ground targeted dash. Well, whenever you use 10 Chi Lightning Bolt, it for some reason refreshes the cooldown on the ground dash. You can have 2 of them at a time. So this is how I go from 2 dashes to 4 dashes every other hallway. The same is achieved with doing a fireball, but doing the lightning bolt also gives you a different kind of dash. The Raiju here, which does this, which is like a lock-on targeted dash. So that's even more forward movement tech. But it's a case of, I have no idea why they made the lightning reset the cooldown for the dash. They just did. And because of that, Ninja is speedrunner capable. They all are. I mean, I originally, when we started doing this way back, I actually was speedrunning as a Reaper, which has its own viability because of the way its dashes work, because it dashes and then dashes back to where it dashed from. So a couple dungeons which have like very specific dead ends you have to go into and then leave out of, that was amazing for. On the Monk front, yes, they got lots of dashes. In fact, Monk and Dancer, Dancer's popular because they've got just free dash, where they just dash forward in a straight line. I think Monk does the same. I'm not playing Monk. Note by free dash, I don't mean free cost, I mean free movement. You can just press the button and she dances. You can dash. Once a targeted dash, I have. Now, is it targeted as a ground target, or is it lock onto enemy? 3 charges, right? Lock on dash, okay, yeah. good. I did not get a refresh the entire time.
Show me your work.
Moves.
Yes, yes, just so. Ready to strike?
I'm looking to start waiting for his animation now. Look at him costing my time.
Power to transcend.
So 4 minutes 31. Actually, in the very close figures. Yeah, yeah. Monkey's definitely seemed being viable for some. Moving on from that. Give him the dark room and just 4 months back. That's not getting beaten. Swallow's Compass and the Burn. Hell's Lid. Okay, we'll do Hell's Lid. 7:05 to beat. Yeah, it's just funny mentioning this because there were quite a few non-ninja breakthrough records when Dawn Trail came out in this cycle. And the most interesting thing about it is if people start having different strategy to achieve the same thing and are getting competitive times against each other. Because in some dungeons, if you want to be at the top, it's objectively use ninja to do this. It is a matter of like perfect execution, good timing, and a bit of RNG luck with where the enemies are placed. Like no other strategies come close to it, but that's, especially playing expansion dungeons, that stops being the case. And the speedruns get interesting person to person, because like I said, people could be playing completely different classes or playing the same one with a completely different idea. Totally different execution, and yet still be within a second of each other. Like, oh, both of these were viable. Whack that card twice. That's about it. Yep. Like I say, it was the unexpected viability of Dancer really shook things up for a while. Because Dancer's dash doesn't need to target an enemy, and it's all the ground like the ninja dash does. They dash forward relative to where they're standing and facing. You just surge forward in a direction. Resin Temple Road. Two dash into level 84, lock and dash main target, enemy friendly. Okay. Right, 403, well that's definitely a PB. That knocked some time off, huh? Let's try and sub for that. Followed me. Maybe I shouldn't have used the sprint before attacking Maru there. I forgot how kind of short that section is. Sprinting here would be better. What? How was that? Got him. Where do I run from? Oh, I just went straight up. Now I don't have the tech to kill him quickly. Alright, 3 minutes 50. We got that sub 4. Uno más. However, I also need new music. I think I shall get a beverage, so I think we'll actually have a little break before we do Hell's Lit again, and then a couple of other things. There's that. Fight for the break. Excellent. Won't be long. On the way back. Sale as is Evo tradition. I mean, it's also the Steam Summer Sale, so we're covered on multiple fronts. Right. Well, it wouldn't be one of our speedrun streams without getting the soundtrack out at least once. Let's run some more shiny things. Also, this is an interesting... How did the idle camera get up here? Okay. Oops, I forgot the game audio. Hang on. Ha. Right. More Hell's Lid. 3 minutes 50. Let's see if we can knock another little bit off just for funsies. Then we'll do a couple of other Stormblood things, apparently. For this background music, I'll keep it just lower. Because this was the one that caused problems last time. Now you just sprint. This one dies as the wall opens. Nope, so all of the memory are part of the all key elements. The tradition continues. Damn! Scrambling to try and do a hard reflex there, I misclicked. Now then. Oh, no. Bad knife jump. How the hell is that one alive? This one's not looking funky fresh. Oh, 350 again though. Pretty much right on it. Oh no, mass. We messed up in the caves, that's all that was. And we still got the same time. Look how JD's book of the year is going. Hang on, I don't like that. I just came up with a new idea. Burn it again. Lightning, lightning slam, lightning again, and then Shikuchi dash away. We're sprinting and we double Shikuchi to get here. Lightning, oh, lightning dash, even better. Here, here, hide refresh. Fireball came to bad play because the target's the wall that you're part of. Protect. Diddly-diddly-dee. again. Ah, I should have waited until after the fall because you can't get speed bonus in the air. Alright, well, I need to revise two things because the lava trench was slow. Trying to mix up AoE attacks. We picked the wrong target. I can PB this again. Good. Two vocalizers. I'm just going to leave Dungeon. Yeah, that was a very bad opening because I messed up my hide refresh. When was the last time I did silence on C, by the way? Yeah, also last time. Right, couple more hells there. Let's try and break through that 350. Follow the Skeeksy Ferret. Oh, I did it again. I should have kept this sprint. Get some extra seconds out of it. Although I think the 15 seconds that this gives me is enough to clear this road. Because I've got to get to the end of the... Yeah, okay, we'll be fine. Because I've got to get to the end of here. That's for you anyway. Should clear everything. Almost everything. Ah! That survived. That slowed me down. Ba-da-bam. I fucked up. We also didn't land the crit, so I guess we're just not gonna play this now. 352. Even with a slow kill on him, we were close. Damn it, we can do better than 350. We can actually beat this. Leaving that fight with lots of movement tech and a sprint. Slightly. Damn it! Still wasn't enough to fast kill him all the time now. We ran into problems in the channel as already discussed. Targeted! My auto lock is just not working at all. No, we'll move on after all. I am starting to lag. Mentally, not game-wise. So Temper of the Fist and Drowned City and Swallow's Compass as well. Temper of the Fist, 628. Let's do something about that. Now, not keeping notes this session is going to make getting all these best times out into highlight form very hard. Is it 628? Yes. I mean, those musclings might not be important. So that's interesting. You can get into this boss area, but the boss doesn't spawn until all of the previous enemies are dead. The enemies who are the key enemies for the boss to spawn. We've not seen that before. spawns. Oh, fuck it. Actually, what's happening? I messed up and double press on that thing. Oh my god. So I probably could have downed him before the chakra phase, I guess. Gimme. Alright, we can do better. That's 437. 437 with struggling. Let's go again. Everything is a key enemy. We in the herd a bit more. This is just the co-world, so I doubt that. Yeah, it took the place being cleaned up. Damn it, wrong move. Done. Yeah, that one's quite straightforward. I messed up against the pulls at the start, but this is still going well. Go back to got full mover. sprint. Jay, thanks for hanging out. That was worse. 438. Just about the same time then. Okay, well, we know we messed up on the coils. Let's try this again one last time. Then we'll pick up a couple of other redos from the Stormbird selection. Clean house a bit as we go. The wrong move. It was meant to be the frog. Nah, I'm actually mad now. Shit. I guess I did Bavaco instead. I was okay, okay. Drinking the coffee, but it's long since past the point of no effect. Die to Dream Within a Dream. That one's just fine. And then I can come out with a lightning dash for you. Get him to 10 me, I guess. Use the lightning just to whack, just a quick kill that one. I missed my chance to hide refresh before getting to this path. Oh. $4.26. That'll do. Almost flooded it up at the end there. Let's at least get one run of the other ones we said, so I think we will be able to knock some time off. Right, fist done. Drowned City of Scala. There. I got 734 last time, way back when. Let's get a better time than that. Yeah. Again, first one is me remembering what the hell this dungeon is. Everything's a key enemy, so the larvae count. Kelby. but then unfollow. Salvation into condemnation. Probably shouldn't have spent dreaming in a dream on that. Ball 13. Get us Muscala. Alright. Give it one more, we'll try and make that a bit better. The penultimate area with all of the rotting royals and the homunculuses could be sped up. Eventually so could this area now that we know these walls. But oh, yeah, got a lot of help. All just open, they can just follow me in here. I gotta clear all this anyway. Yeah, so I managed to kill him before Transfiguration hit last time. Yeah, this is pointless. because that's if you don't clear it before that first transfiguration and get forced into the attack, then you're screwed. So I'm just gonna move on to the other one. I am feeling a bit. Alright, Transcity done, Fist done, Hell's Lid done, Swallow's Compass 846. We can improve on that. Also the burn. I'll try and tough it through. I'll try and tough through and get the burn done. Check. Be vulnerable, you shit. That creature does look cool. Three seconds. Haunted 549. I do remember that one. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm basically just picking up extra PBs because I can. The burn, I got 756 to beat. We will be coming back to play a lot of these again later then. Yeah, this has been quite a breakthrough and pretty interesting to run at this stage of the game. Burn, I remember the Mist Dragon being a bit of a problem. So we'll see what that turns into today. Like this. Ah, wrong move. Okay, I could have cleared that better. I messed up one of my inputs. We didn't do the AoE we were meant to. Whee! Oh. So much for being a problem. Problem solved. 439. Well, like I said, I better not push it. Arboretum hard 742. While we're here, forgot what the layout's like. This one makes a bit more sense. Oh yeah, I remember this is the dungeon that gives you the hedge wall, and we have to do a thing with like sluice gates, like clean up the mode later. Key. Yeah, come here. Sitting way at the back, you bitch. Second now. I'm actually going this. Oh. Yes, that was bad. I got copper code. We're gonna try and run this one again after this. Lost focus. Sleepy. I remember there being switches to pull in there. Huh. Odd. Also, I could have been sprinting that whole time. Well, 523. I'm actually pretty drained. We should probably play the thing. Always check the box on that one, because there's a very rare furniture item that drops there. Well, maybe not rare, but definitely very sought after. Right, now we better call it there. I'm flagging a bit. Well, that was unexpectedly huge. A big Stormblood clean-up catch-up. Good enough, wouldn't be so long. Right, we're going to wait out and see somebody. Thanks everybody who's hanging out and chatting, or anybody who's been in and out and lurking. You're all very appreciated. Shall see you next time. Bye-bye.